That means Ryan has to run out of the studio. We're not really sure what happened, but we have Jerry. And our director goes, 30 seconds. Ryan stands up and leaves. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if it's a protest.
Do you see behind you, though? Are you seeing your shot right there?
Okay, all right. Can we see this shot? I had no idea. It's Ryan who ran out of here. I'm like, is he okay? He's dressed as a giant penguin. Do we have the shot? Here he is right there.
Yes, it's a perfect shot.
All right. You guys got me. You guys all knew, right? Did you know? Did you know?
I had no idea. I didn't know why he was carrying that bag.
Frank's playing a little trick on Frank. Is he coming in?
No.
Is he still? Where'd he go?
Nope, he's still out there.
All right. So as you know, Ryan lost a bet to me on the Chicago Blackhawks Penguins game, and he was supposed to dress up as a penguin, and he came and he had to pose as a little penguin. So I didn't realize he was doing that. Like 30 seconds before the show, he runs out. I'm going, is he okay? I'm like, why does he have a shopping bag with him? All right, so kudos when he comes back in to the giant penguin. I need to zip this up a little bit. What do you think?
So that's it, though? He just had to wear it for that short...
Yeah, wait a second. That's a good point. All right, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero. Great job, Ryan. I'm like, Ryan just left and the show's about to start. Alex brings up a good point, Ryan McCormick, producer of Punchlines. Aren't you supposed to wear that for the entire show? I think he made up for it with just that move.
Okay. It's up to you.
I'm going to give him a pass. Bet. I'm going to say, to give me a heart attack, Anne's dying. I'm like, and then she's like, look behind you. I'm like, yeah, it's the sports book. It's there every day. The Clydesdale's back? Well done. So you apparently borrowed that from someone?
Yeah, the guy sitting next to me. The guy.
Jerry had that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Jerry, how many what other costumes do you have for future bets? We know you have the hedgehog.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
That's
okay.
His next purchase.
Whatever it is, let us know. That was funny. All right. Kudos, Ryan. I knew something fishy was going on here.
Fishy.
Oh! Wow. All right. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. I'll be headlining the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club. It's official. May 17th for one show, May 18th for two shows. That's Friday, Saturday. Those shows are going to be big hits, but not as big of a hit as this dude authored on a smoker in New Jersey over the weekend. It was the Stadium Series, I believe. This looks painful, Alex.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, I'll get slow-mo replay.
It's already dented.
That's what Ryan pointed out right before the show. He's like, it's already dented. So what does that tell you? I've watched some detective shows. He's not the first one to do that. Would you do that?
No.
You can do that, though. You're you're a two-time national champion. Should introduce her, ladies and gentlemen. She's here every Monday. She's here every Wednesday. Today is Monday. Two-time national champ sports betting analyst, Alex White with two E's at the end if you're looking for her on Twitter.
I would try and go over it and land on my
You try to go over
Yeah.
and stick the landing. That looks painful. I don't know.
Very painful.
Hockey was good this weekend. You got to give it up to these guys. I would normally save this, but it's too good. I'd save it for later in the show. But got to give it up for the bus walk that both the Flyers and Devils did for this series. They had a Stadium Series, right?
Yep.
So here it is. Vinny, check this out. A lot of Italian themes coming up. Here we go. So the Philly guys came out dressed. That's the original Rocky outfit right there when he was punching the meat at the butcher. The really old school, squarely cut sweats with the towel at the neck. And then, not to be outdone, the New Jersey Devils come in as the Sopranos. Woke up this morning, got yourself go. We don't want to get in trouble with the music, so unbelievable job. Look at that. Oh, and the funny thing is I'm currently watching The Sopranos because it's its 25th anniversary. You're half Italian.
Yes.
Did you ever watch The Sopranos?
No, I didn't.
Anyone in this room watch The Sopranos?
We've been over this.
I can't, because I'm offended. I have to bring it up every day. He's a giant penguin. No one's watched The Sopranos. What the hell's going on?
It's on our list, all of us.
So what I did was when I rewatched, I started on season 2. So I finished it. Now I'm doing season 1. It's a very odd way to do it.
Okay.
But I've seen it like 3 times. So, Alex, what'd you do this weekend? You were at the UNLV game.
I did. I went to the UNLV.
Matt Everett was there. Chris Andrews, our sportsbook director.
UNLV was winning the entire game.
Whole game.
Until the last couple minutes. They let that one go. But
That one's so
and then
fun.
I watched a lot of hockey. a little bit of the All-Star, not
Hard to watch
NBA,
it.
not too much.
Hard to
yeah,
watch
but
it.
those hockey games, especially those outdoor ones, were really good. And we gave out the over yesterday for the Rangers Islanders.
Oh, you did?
Hit in the second period, yeah.
Very nice.
Usually the outdoors ones, you take a goal off and it's supposed to be slower ice. But after the Devils and Flyers games, what was that?
6-3.
6-3, yeah. So we went for it.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah.
And what do you have coming up later on the show? This is called a tease, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
Stay
so
tuned.
dogs in college basketball, we'll get to those. And then some favorites I like in hockey, but figured out a way we can tie them up and make some money.
And we're going to do these picks about halfway through because I think the hockey games are early today, right? We have a lot of early stuff today. And why is that, Ryan?
It's President's Day.
It's President's Day. Happy President's Day to everybody. So if you need a mattress, this is the time of year to get it. Usually they have big mattress sales around President's Day. When I was a kid, that was a big thing. It's President's Day, new mattress. So I don't know if they do that here in Vegas.
They do a lot of different sales.
They do a lot of different stuff. But yeah, that's it's President's Day. And full respect. I mean, again, the Flyers and Devils, two teams I don't particularly like. I got to give them full credit for that.
Yes, those
the
were
Rocky
awesome.
from Philly and the Sopranos from Jersey. Whoever came up with that, kudos to you. If it was the NHL office, if it was the team, someone had to be behind it on both sides.
Well, yeah, I mean the Knights and Kraken did theirs. The Elvis
Elvises,
get up, and then the Fishermen get up. So
yeah.
All right, well, we have more posts with punchlines later in the show, as you guys know, and the Penguins did something pretty special, too. So hockey was in full effect over the weekend. I have happy Monday to our resident hockey guy producer, Ryan McCormick, and he's a big-time hockey fan. So except for your team is just no good, though. The
Thanks.
Blackhawks. I know you love the Knights, too.
Thanks. Yeah.
That's why you wore the Penguin jersey.
Yeah, they beat Ottawa on Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, they did? All right, well, there you go. All right, so Alex talked about she's got some picks coming up later in the week. Later in the show. On the show today, coming up live, sitting in the studio, you may recall her as a top 10 finalist on America's Got Talent. The very funny Vicki Barbolak was here and should be a ride. So Vicki's on her way. Should be here very soon. And today, this is amazing to me, Alex. It's February 19th.
I know.
Like, it feels like this year's flying by.
It is flying by.
I mean, NFL playoffs, I swear to God, I would have said, oh, yeah, they started like 2 weeks ago. It was like 6 weeks ago. And I don't know. NFL makes the weeks go fast.
Yes.
And I think with basketball being every day, hockey being every day, I think it's gonna, it's 2 weeks till March 4th, actually.
It's crazy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It does. Very good. Let's see here. Okay. So, if you're still watching the show, we appreciate it. You made it further into the show than I did for the NBA All-Star game. I literally was excited, right? So I had bet Tyrese Halliburton playing in Indianapolis. I bet him first basket, $5, pretty good payout. I'm like, all right, maybe they'll feed it to him. West got the tip off. There was a miss. I'm like, okay, get it down, get it to Halliburton. And they hit Tatum in the corner and he hits the three. So I don't get it. But that's when I lost interest in the game.
Well, right after that, Halliburton ended up scoring 15 straight points.
Yes, he did.
Right, of course. Oh, yeah. So I'm working on the show. I'm looking up. I'm like, okay, I got first basket, the tip. Oh, God, they're going to Giannis. And then he kicks it out. So I'm like, all right. And then it was just up and down, no defense. And they darkened. They did what the Lakers do. The Lakers were credited with, they darkened the stadium so much. And this was Phil Jackson's idea. He didn't want people rubbernecking looking for all the movie stars at a Laker game. He figured the attraction is the Laker game. So if you dim the lights, people will focus. So they did that for the All-Star game in Indianapolis. Maybe the same reason, because there were a lot of big names there. But didn't it feel kind of like, it just felt dark? Or maybe they wanted to highlight the court so much.
I didn't watch.
I didn't really notice.
Did anyone watch it? I don't know. I don't know what the ratings. Yeah, it was just very dark in the stands. And Bob Ryan, who's a longtime sports columnist and a big basketball fan, he just dumped on it so bad. He's just like, no, this is terrible. What a joke. And he said that there was absolutely no life in the stadium. And that is one thing when I'd peek up, it was like no energy.
Right. You can definitely tell. But I wonder how the skills tournament and everything the day before, how the views did for that, because I think people are more interested in that. And everybody's so caught up in how can we fix it, but it's like, it's already so far gone. You're not getting it back, right? Players don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to get hurt in this meaningless game. So it's it is what it is. I mean, watching Dame shoot from half court over and over is what we're going to get from here on out.
And the thing is the one thing I wanted to see was Steph Curry go against, it's not Ionescu, it's Ionescu. I heard it
Sabrina
pronounced
Ionescu.
differently.
I know it is Ionescu.
Ionescu.
You know.
So I wanted to see that, right? I was all excited. I'm like, all right, this is the appointment television. Dog's like, I got to go outside. So I go outside. And then there's a toy. I start playing with the dog. I come in. It was over. I missed it. I'm like, oh. So my buddy Paul, Reno Paul, was like, oh, man. He's like, Curry one. She almost had it. I missed it. I completely, the one thing I wanted to see.
Her total tied 4 people in the NBA, in the guys' three-point competition.
She's awesome.
Including Dame Lillard, who won.
Yeah. She's awesome. I mean, look, she went against the GOAT. She went against the greatest, who had a little extra juice. Like, he's like, oh, I got to win this now.
Oh,
right?
100%. There was a video of him before, and they were asking him how he felt, and he was like, kind of nervous.
Yeah. And he needed the last shot to win, right? That was great. Now, Caitlin Clark. Oh, my God, she's wearing a Steelers shirt. Caitlin Clark, she's next year, maybe. No? Oh.
I think she should stay at Iowa.
She's going to stay in college. Of course she should stay in Iowa. Why would you leave to go play in the WNBA when you're like literally a legend at the University of Iowa? All right, so today is February 19th, as I just said, and it's International Tug of War Day. The reason I bring this up is it's stupid, but someone got paid to take this picture. Now, if that's not the example of tug of war that we all go, so what did they go? They went to the mall. They got a bunch of people who work at Abercrombie & Fitch. So we need to take a picture for the National Calendar website, and there it is. Does that look? What are they using? Twine? What is that?
Shoelace.
That's ridiculous. So happy International Tug of War Day to everyone. That picture is just a joke. It was an Olympic event in 1900, subsequently dropped from the games after 1920. It is still in the World Games that's played every 4 years, but that would be kind of a cool Olympic event because they can last like 40 minutes. These guys dig in, right? I'm all for it. Also, President's Day. That's why we have early hockey. It's National Hockey Day, too, for you guys. Oh, I misread that. It's National Hickey Day. You know what a hickey is, Ryan? They still do that?
Yeah.
You never know with kids today. I don't know. I don't know. It was a big thing in the 80s. Or in the 70s, Ann, Hickey from Kinnicky.
Yeah. Grease.
The movie Grease.
It's like a Hallmark card.
It's like a Hallmark card. Yeah, very good. You got Grease, too. All right, very good. National Chocolate Mente, who cares? Also, Real Bread Week, which is torture for me. I haven't had bread in a couple weeks. Show number 92. We have a collage, but we should bring Vicki in. She's here. She just walked in. Let's bring her in. You know her from America's Got Talent. She's got a residency here in Las Vegas. Vicki, we got a chair for you. Vicki Barbolak is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Vicki.
Top 10 final. Yes, bring her the applause. She's got a we'll get to that. Look at this. Now, did you know to wear this shirt?
I heard this was a sports show.
It is, but I'm born and raised in. I didn't say it. I'm not allowed to say the P word because I gave it up for Lent. I talk about my hometown so much. So I can say Steelers.
Well, I brought you a present.
What?
Steelers.
No one's ever brought me a present.
I brought you a picture of my dad's team.
What?
There you go.
He played on what year is that from?
1949.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh my gosh.
So is that your favorite NFL team?
Yeah.
Of course.
I used to be a Chargers fan, but they left in the middle of the night. So.
Yeah, that's Ann, our director. She's a big Chargers fan, so she can sympathize with you.
Did you stay with L.A.? Thank you.
And Ryan, I mean, he's born and raised here in Vegas, but he's gonna live and die with the Bears because his family's from Chicago.
Right on.
Yeah.
You can't not love the Bears.
This is now. What number is your dad here?
This is my he's on the top row, like left.
Up here, up top. Well, I guess
the good-looking one on the top and the left.
There he is. So
Pete
fourth
Barbolak.
row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this guy here, is he this fourth guy?
Yeah, the best-looking one.
The best looking guy. There he is. That is amazing. And the Steelers back then were nothing to write home about.
They were like, my dad said that the guys that were married on the team had to have day jobs, like they worked in the packing factories and stuff, so they could work out. And he was single, so he didn't have to work. He could live on the $100. But it was totally leather helmets.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to hold it up, guys? Yeah. Yeah. There was actually a movie that George Clooney directed with John Krasinski called the Leatherheads,
Right.
which was about football back then.
Exactly like it was. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, and I know a lot of players back then in the off season they would dig ditches. They had to have off season jobs.
They all did. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And plus your jacket. I mean, let's talk about your jacket. It's also black and gold.
Right. That's right.
Got your
Steelers leopard.
Steelers leopard print.
This is vintage.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. That's all I could afford.
Now we remember you from America's Got Talent. What year were you on?
2018.
Yeah, I was actually doing warm up for when you were there because I was
Seriously.
I was. Yeah, I've been on and off that show for like 12. I was there when Jerry Springer was there. I was there when Nick Cannon was there. I did Tyra Banks season, so I've been off and on. There's a couple of us that rotate in and out.
So you would go down to LA and
yeah, I lived in LA. I just moved up here for this show in October, so I was in LA for the last 27 years before that. So I've worked on AGT for many, many years. I remember you on the show, Jason Raff. I know Jason and all the judges and everything. So you hit that stage that first time. Was it in Pasadena? Were you on the road?
I think, yeah, Pasadena.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what was that experience like working with AGT?
They were so great. I mean, they've been together so many years, and they're all there to make you look good. Nobody's there to do anything but help you. And Simon was so nice, and Heidi. We still have lunch together weekly. No, it was great.
Does Heidi eat at the lunch at all?
She doesn't eat.
No, exactly.
No, she just throw food at her. Yeah.
But yeah, what a great experience. And look, it's got you here to Vegas, right?
It did. I mean, I started stand-up when I was 40, which was weird. Wow. And Mitzi Shore at the Comedy Store in Hollywood saw me and took me in, but we couldn't get anybody to look at me in LA, because you're just too fat and old and ugly. And they thought you were they thought they were helpful. But I just kept doing stand-up because I loved it. I hoped something would happen. And then my friend was producing and she called me. She goes, you want to audition? I'm like, no, they'll never take me. Are you insane? You're going to lose your job. And by the way, my chair went down.
I know. Should we help rise?
Is it just like when you go to the beauty salon and you know you're going to break the chair and then you break the chair? I broke your chair.
No, you didn't break it. Yeah, that one. It's got you're fine. We can see your lovely face. So Mitzi Shore, who of course owned the Comedy Store, Sons Polly Shore.
Right.
When I moved to LA at first, I had my night in front of Mitzi. And my cousin was there, and I go up, and me and a buddy from Pittsburgh, John Knight, we both went back to back that night. Oh crap! That's $5 more in the jar for me.
Oh my God, that's a lot of money.
Lent is going to cost me a lot. I'm already at $10. Damn it, Jerry! He's listening for it too. Yeah. He's like got an FBI wiretapper. He's like listening in. He's like listening for mob activity and me to say, there it is. There's the running total, $10. We don't know where we're going to do.
Where's the best sausage at?
The best sausage at?
What city?
I have, Chicago's really good.
Okay, he's too sharp. Never mind.
I can't. Yo, you were trying to get me. Oh. So anyway, what was I saying?
You went in front of Mitzi.
Oh, Mitzi, yeah. So I go up. I do my set, goes really well. I get off and I ask my cousin, I'm like, what was her reaction? He goes, Andrew Dice Clay walked in right before he went up, and they sat and talked at the table.
That's always what happens.
Yeah,
comedy cock block. So it happens all the time.
Can she say block? She can't. Anyway, so Dice Clay they talked in the booth the whole time. So the next day I called to see if I passed. They're like, you didn't pass. I'm like, she didn't watch me.
That happens all the time.
But I later passed, and I was more of a Laugh Factory guy anyway. But yeah, but it was Andrew Dice Clay, and that was the night I got to meet Dice. So I mean,
that's awesome.
Who did you bump into at the Comedy Store down there?
Everyone.
Who was like the nicest to you, or do you have a
Andrew Dice Clay was always really nice.
He was.
And I never I'm a girl, so I don't really like he's not my favorite material.
Right. Gotcha.
But I'm like, I love the way he spoke and filled the room. So I would just watch him and go, that's how you need to, exactly, he knew how to fill a room.
Yeah.
With the right voice.
And it's Andrew Dice Clay, tough guy persona. His name is Andrew Silverstein. He's a Jewish guy from New York. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Totally nice guy.
Yeah, right. So Alex, go ahead, Alex. I'm sorry.
So now you have a residency here, right? At Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club?
Kimmel.
Tell us about that and how it's going.
It's called Trailer Park Tuesday, and I'm so glad so many locals are coming out. And then they get going, it's the fourth time I've seen you. I'm like, why? Wow. I've got to write a new joke. And but it's been really fun. It's a great, beautiful, beautiful room. It really is.
We'll have to get out there.
It's just fun that people come from all over the country. And then that's I didn't understand about Vegas till I got here.
Right.
And I'm like, it is so great because you just sit there and then people come to you. It's like fishing.
They know that's exactly what these bands, I don't know, the big acts that started this whole thing. Well, instead of touring, instead of me coming to see you,
right.
You come see me.
Yep.
And who doesn't want to come to Vegas, right?
Exactly. And the people, the locals and the people are cool. We just bought a trailer here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's in the east side.
Okay.
It's at Desert Inn Mobile Estates. Which is there's no estates.
Okay.
It should be like Section 8 estates. That's really what it looks like. But the comedy show we do on Tuesdays, Trailer Park Party, it's kind of freaky. We play games, we play trailer park trivia. We have people come on stage and do hoochie dance-offs, and it's just not a usual comedy show. We're having so much fun with that.
And it's Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays at 7.
Tuesdays at 10. You're there tomorrow night, so I might come over and see the show tomorrow night.
You gotta come, maybe do some time.
I'm very excited. I have not been in the club physically, but I am booked for May 17th and 18th.
Great.
Doing 3 shows there. We'll get your tickets now. We'll be promoting it heavily, but I just found out from Gary.
Nice.
Who is this gentleman right here?
This
is that Gary?
My favorite and current husband, Lou.
Oh, that's your husband?
Yeah. He's the piano player at the Comedy Store, and I married him.
That's why he looks familiar. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. I saw you guys coming together. That's why. How did you guys meet? At the Comedy Store?
At the Comedy Store.
And who approached who first?
I walked up to him. I just passed by him. Literally, you guys. I just passed by him on the hallway, and he goes, I said, hi. And he goes, I'm married.
I'm married.
I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. I couldn't believe that is the first thing out of his mouth. Like, no, that's it.
Well,
so it was love it 3 years later, actually.
What's now? Well, this is what I want to say about the residency. So you said that you have people coming 3 or 4 times to see you.
Yeah.
Does this make you just write more, or trying to
that's
constantly
the other thing
change?
about Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm in Alaska this Wednesday, and it's 6 months after I was there. My agent goes, I don't know, you shouldn't go back with your hour. You shouldn't go so soon. I go, because I've been working in Vegas, I have to come up with so much.
Yeah.
You rapidly ready. Come up with, it's all terrible, but no, but you come up, you have to come up with, a new material because the audiences do come back.
Yeah. They love you.
Yeah,
and a one-nighter
nice.
in Las Vegas is like 3 weeks, right? Because the sun never goes down up there.
Oh man. In Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I've never seen the Northern Lights, so I'm very excited about it.
Now, when you started stand-up, you started in what city? In L.A.?
I started in La Jolla, in
La Jolla.
Oceanside, where I live.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'd go to the Comedy Store, and I took a class with Mitzi Shore's daughter, Sandy.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know who Mitzi was, but I knew Sandy was Paulie's sister. And
right.
That's what I did. And then Mitzi came down to La Jolla one night and saw me there, and I got really lucky.
Andrew Dice Clay didn't walk in and
nobody comedy cock blocked me. That's right.
So you took a class and then you realized how much you loved it and went for it?
I did. And I was working with my parents. We had a carpet store for 20 years, and I was miserable, but I just thought I ruined my life. There I am. And then I just started doing stand-up, and I go, Mom and Dad, sell the business. I don't want any of it. And I'll just move into a trailer. I bought a trailer for $11,000. My daughters and I moved into a trailer, and that was it.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So who else is on the show with you? Is it just you doing a full hour, or do you have rotating guests?
I have rotating guests, and I have a crew. Ron Vine from Vegas hosts, and Mikey Robinson runs the game. So those guys are there every week. They're really fun. And then we bring in friends.
Okay. Bless you. Who sneezed? Jesus. Trying to work up here. Ryan.
You just stopped it yourself.
Okay, I did. Who are some of your favorite sports teams besides the Steelers? Do you bet on sports now that you live here?
I bet on the Super Bowl.
Tell us what your bets were.
I bet the Chiefs.
Okay.
And my friend's a retiring bookie. I don't know how he did it, but I got $74 off 22.
Okay. By the way,
thank you.
Very good.
So wait, he's a bookie.
He's actually retiring. That was his last week of workings.
Now, what does a bookie do to retire? I don't understand.
No, he's that kind of legal bookie. I say he's a bookie, but he works he does sports betting. I don't know.
Okay.
I always just call him a bookie.
Okay. But you gave him $22 and you got money back.
74.
Okay.
It's the most I've ever won gambling before in my
Now,
life.
what's going on in the future? Obviously, you're still touring. People can find you on social media, correct?
Yeah. Touring, social media, and every Tuesday right here. Yeah. And anybody can visit me in my trailer park.
Which for
usually hang out by the pool.
Now, by the way, your husband, who we have to bring in maybe to end this shirt he's wearing is actually spectacular.
Isn't he gorgeous?
Can we show your shirt?
Sure, I'll
pop over and say hello.
I call him my little Jewish Ken doll.
He's your.
I dress him.
You dress him in that shirt because it's fantastic.
Of course, yeah.
Now, do you remember this when you guys met? And can you move closer to the mic if you don't mind?
Sure.
Do you remember this meeting and saying this to her?
No.
So you have to take her word
Why
for
would
this.
he
I'll take
remember?
his
Why
word.
would he remember such an idiotic thing? I remember.
I was psychic. I knew what was going to happen. It's just that psychic ability. See, right then and there, I knew we were going to be together.
And how long have you guys been together?
26 years come May.
Oh my God! And does she make you laugh every day? Does she run jokes by you at all?
I make him cry more than laugh. Let's face it. I'm
we
a
got
wife.
married at the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Yeah,
Get
we had
out
a
of here.
two-drink.
2005.
We had a 2-drink minimum, and Mitzi came out.
No
It was
heckling?
really fun. No heckling. My dad heckled it. My dad heckled the entire wedding. Yeah, he was just the typical retired football player.
I love it. And what's your favorite thing about Vicki's act? What do you like the most? Does she talk about you a lot?
It's so funny. She's such a funny person, and it's natural. Everything she talks about is based on reality.
Yeah.
Sadly.
All right, well, we got to come check you out at the Jimmy Kimmel Club.
I love that. Congratulations on the show.
Every Tuesday, or is it one Tuesday a month?
Every Tuesday through June that we know of.
Okay.
Very good.
We know of every Tuesday. And this picture, can I really keep this?
It's for you.
Because I will keep this. And your dad was there. And this is back when the Steelers first started out. I mean, they started in 33. So this is 16 years in. And they were like the laughingstock of the league. Oh. And now, so your dad knew Art Rooney, who started the team, for God's sakes.
Yeah. And like Abe Gibran is my godfather. And it's just they stayed together, my dad and all those guys, as long as Dad lasted to 80 and he died gambling.
No way.
Yeah. He's
that
like,
sounds like a good way
he's
to
like,
go.
Could I get to a casino at the hospital? I'm like, yeah. So he, and he died so happy. Like I always say, I want to die happy like him. I want to die in a bakery. Like having a threesome with a fireman and a chocolate eclair. I just had to throw that in.
Well, on that note, I don't think we can follow that. Vicki, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to meet you. I had seen you on stage at AGT. Nice to meet you. And your husband
nice,
came.
Thank you, April.
You were awesome. Great job. And go see her Tuesdays at Jimmy Kimmel. It's right by the Link right there. It's called the, what do they call it? The Link?
The Promenade.
The Promenade. That's the word I was looking for. All right. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with Punch with Post Lines. We got Alex's picks. And Chris Andrews is going to stop by to tell us about this great article that was written about him in the sports book that was in today's Washington Post. We'll be right back. And we're clear. So here's a picture again. No, I got burned a couple weeks ago. I apparently let an F word slip. Is that right?
Oh dear.
All right,
Twice.
but
Yeah.
once I said, and I only said okay. No.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
Oh my goodness. Vicki Barbolak, a great woman, her husband. Thanks for coming in. Very funny. And Chris Andrews popped in. We're going to bring Chris back. He'll pop back at about 12:45 in 15 minutes. Apparently Ryan's letting me know I said punch with post lines. But the viewers know. They know I meant post with punchline. Post with punch. Now you got me confused. Damn it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
With punchlines.
Okay. Happy President's Day. Thank you, Frank Murgy. Daniel Pacheco said, let's go Logano. Daniel, he's pole position. I got $5 on him to win Win some cash. Tommy Green, let's go. Let's go. Okay, I can't do. Still watching. Yes. Time is marching forward. Thank you. NBA is boring anyways. Yeah. Let's see. Caitlin Clark has to go pro. Indy is 2 to 3 hours from her home, and her boyfriend works for the Pacers. Seems meant to be. Okay, inside scoop from Caitlin Clark superfan Frank Murgy. And Ryan says he stays at Iowa. Good chance Indiana has a number 1 pick next year, too. Oh,
Indiana fever.
Now, WNBA. Has a team in the WNBA ever tanked on purpose? Because you know every team will tank next year, knowing Caitlin Clark, if she doesn't come out this year.
Also, Caitlin Clark and Paige Beckers.
Yeah, who's awesome. I love Paige.
Mm-hmm.
She's up in Connecticut, right? That's
Yep.
Yeah. That's true. That's a 1-2 punch right there. But Caitlin Clark, they both have complete games, but Caitlin Clark's the money machine right now, and she will continue to be.
Yes.
Would you stay in college one more year where you're making $800,000 and no money, and then who knows what team goes number 1? But it could be. Is Indiana that bad?
Phoenix was pretty bad too.
Yeah, no, Phoenix had the worst record in the league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Phoenix ain't a bad place to land, but she should be like in the Midwest.
Yeah.
She went to Iowa. Indiana's close. Like Frank was saying with some good inside scoop. Good
Aces.
stacks there. All right. So, Alex, we want to talk about, because we have hockey on right now. This Dallas-Boston game has been tied 2-2 since I got in. Toronto's up 3-1 over St. Louis. So lots of hockey because it's President's Day, and there's a game that you like that the puck drops at 1. Is that right?
That is
All right, let's
correct,
hear it.
and that is our very own Vegas Golden Knights. They are playing the Sharks. So here's the thing: big favorites tonight. You have to lay a lot for these teams, but I like the Knights a lot. They are 23-2-5 all-time regular season against San Jose, including 3-0 this season. So I love them tonight. I also like the Lightning, which I don't know that nickname that you made up for them. Yeah,
I did not make up the game.
Tampa Bay tonight. So this one's only minus 150. They are playing the Senators. They were just embarrassed against the Florida Panthers. They lost 9-2 at home. Now they're playing a very average Ottawa team who is second to last in the Eastern Conference in points. They are only 7-14-2 on the road this year. So we're marking the Lightning as one of our favorites as well. Okay. And then the last one is the Edmonton Oilers. So they are playing the Coyotes.
Another big favorite.
Favorite. So I did all of these separate money line, and then if you tie them up, it's about 2-1. So we need all 3 of these teams to win to double our money here. But Coyotes are playing on back-to-back nights. They just played the Avalanche yesterday. That's terrible combination having Colorado and then Edmonton. So Edmonton 8-1 in their last 9 games. They were on that really good winning streak. The Knights broke it, but now they're still staying hot.
Guys, you had to get that in there that the Knights broke it.
Yeah, I did. Had to get that in there.
Here in Vegas.
Those are my 3 favorites for today. I liked some totals, but there was 2 6s out there yesterday, and then they all dropped to 5.5. So we're not going to go chase a bad number going under those.
And speaking of overs, over the weekend, I didn't bet it, but we had talked about the All-Star game over. I think Ryan.
Oh my
gosh. It was 365. It was 365.5. And then I think it went down. I think Reno Paul, he had it at 363. I'm like, it came down?
It did go down, yeah.
It did?
Yes, we talked about it on the show yesterday morning.
But then, of course, it ended with 397 points. It was a pretty easy over. It was funny because during the first quarter when I was paying attention, I wrote to Paul, I said, we're on pace for a 100-point first quarter, which it was 100. So someone hit a shot at the buzzer at the end of the first, and it was an even 100 points.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, they're on pace for 400. Guess what? They pretty much got there at 397. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was the first time in NBA All-Star history that a team reached 200 points.
Well, yeah, of course. And it's just silly to see. Like, you almost think like the graphic department's like, do we even have a 2 to put up there? Like, we had 1-9 prepared. But I mean, it was just silly. And it was a pickup game. But when I remember there used to be like bounce passes there wasn't too many of those moments that sometimes you get in these stupid, wild All-Star games. I don't know. But they'll keep playing it. It's in the middle of the season. Unlike the NFL, which you just can't do. But this, again, proves the baseball All-Star game still is the best All-Star game. But again, even that's kind of losing a little competitive balance. But,
NHL. The skills competition is the best part, I think, of the All-Star weekends.
Right, it is entertaining.
All sports.
It is entertaining.
I agree.
But why would they do that on Super Bowl weekend?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, hey, let's have our big midseason. Let's do it on Sunday. Whatever. As a friend of mine says, best sport, worst league. That's what he says about hockey in the NHL. He hates Gary Bettman. Although Gary Bettman, he's not. He is. Oh no, Manfred announced that he's leaving, right? Yeah. Bettman's not going anywhere. All right, let's open up the post with punchlines. Yay! Get the horn going, Ryan. We finally got the horn. You know why I got that out? Oh wait! Wait, where's the old lady and the kid with the soccer? You guys are full of surprises on Mondays.
Perfect.
Guys got me. I love it. Anyway, I've been asking for that post-time horn, ladies and gentlemen. I finally got it.
Oh, it's great. Why did you ask for that?
Just because post-time, and that's what they play like at the Derby, post-time.
Yeah.
And I kept asking for it, and they just would ignore me.
I love it. That was perfect.
It was.
That looks
Thank you
very
very
good.
much. It's time for punchline posts. Now you're in my head, Ryan. We've been talking about a lot about hockey. We got to get Josh Owie back on. Should get Joe Bartnick too back on. Joe, comedian who's very funny, big hockey guy. But anyway, I got to throw back to the Penguins who play in a certain city that I'm not going to mention, so I'm not lighter in my wallet. But the throwback mullets, man, come on. Here it is. So Jaromir Jagr's number 68 was raised to the rafters. They retired his jersey. They're all wearing Jagr jerseys and mullets. Did you see that?
Fantastic.
Is that
yes.
fantastic? I'm in practice a
Yes.
couple days earlier. And if you want to call it a shift in practice, I don't think you really can, but his first shift, scored a goal. Unbelievable. And then that picture. Damn it, Jerry. So Lent is going to be very costly.
You set yourself up for failure on that one. I feel like mentioning the Penguins and the Steelers is cheating without saying Pittsburgh, so you set yourself up having the Penguins in the script.
Well, you know what? Because it was a special day where they retired Jagr's jersey, I'll take the hit.
So worth the $10.
I think there's a cap per day, right?
No.
$5 cap per day?
No. Because then you can just bite the bullet once and then say it as many times
What
as you
did
want.
you give it? Oh, you're not going to talk about the two Chicago quarterbacks.
Yeah, the Bears quarterback situation.
And situation, yeah. There you go. And you, how's everything going with you?
Good.
No eating after 7?
No
That's a hard
eating
one.
after 7, yep. No chips.
Oh, chips.
So no
I
chips
snuck
and
a few
salsa.
chips. I had a few chips. I snuck a few chips. I said snuck a few chips.
That was
That's the only one who heard that. I said snuck a few
Is
chips.
that a times 3 over there?
No. All right.
Oh, we need to play back on that
next one. No, I didn't. I didn't. Don't play it back.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
He definitely did.
My housing beer. Patrick Mahomes went to, again, hockey theme show, went to a St. Louis Blues game. Did you see this clip?
No, I didn't.
All right, so Mahomes is there. His lovely wife Brittany's with him. He's up in a box, and he does his best. Taylor Swift impression by just housing a beer. Yeah, chug, 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 chug. The guy has the world by his string right now. Look at that, chugging a beer, waving the flag, whatever they call it. There's him celebrating a goal. That's how much he celebrated after the Niners deferred the overtime kickoff. Look, yeah, these idiots. They're taking the ball first. How stupid are they? That's the most excited he'd been since. He's high-fiving guy in a beard with a scarf. And not to be that, Travis Kelce was there, by the way. Travis, do we have the Kelce clip? There it is.
What up, it's T. Kelce. Shout out to the Missouri side. Let's go Blues, baby!
I know, exactly. And now, and quickly just pointed out he's got a Gretzky jersey on. And I was like, okay, Gretzky played with Edmonton, then he went to L.A., and I knew he played with the Rangers. I do not recall him being on the St. Louis Blues, but I had to look it up. He was. Do you remember that?
No.
No, I
I
really.
don't think I
I know if someone would have said
recall it.
name
He's
4
correct.
teams that Gretzky was on, I know we have a lot of hockey fans, but in 1996, he played there for 21 games. And you know how many assists he had? What's Taylor Swift's favorite number?
13.
13! See the connection? That's why Kelce wore it. He had 13 assists, but yeah, he wore 99 in St. Louis. In 1996, he played there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he retired before I was born.
Okay.
So
And we've told the story about how when I went to shake his hand, he didn't even make eye contact. Hey, Wayne! And I stuck my hand out, and he had a beer in his hand. He went and stuck his hand out like that. Almost kind of like the Everly Brothers did to Ringo, as our friend, the Paul McCartney guy, Andrew Hill, mentioned on Friday. But anyway, congratulations to Patrick Mahomes drinking some beers. Let's switch to some NBA All-Star Week stuff. I didn't number this one, but Trae Young, they get money for winning the game, right? The winning team, the East. But Trae Young, whatever Trae Young, he plays on the Hawks, so he was on the East. He won an extra $100. So here he is winning an extra $100. You ask, how did he do that? All right. Benjamin Young. Look at this. So Trae Young, some guy dares him. There's a fan handing him a $100 bill.
I did see this one.
Says, you make this shot, I'll give you a hundo. So he's got the Benjamin in his hand. Trae Young lines it up. Bang. Total stud. Boom. Drains it.
It's incredible.
And he takes the 100.
And he actually took the 100.
Absolutely. He should. Now, he probably makes 20 or 30 million a year. Hopefully, he like donated or gave it to somebody or pocketed it.
Hopefully, he gave it back to the guy.
I don't think he did. No, I think he stormed off. We'll have to follow that up. I'll do a little research tonight to see. I think he takes $100 and keeps it. By the way, if he works in Indianapolis, he has to claim that as state income. Pretty cool. I mean, that was some of the fun stuff. Luka Doncic was pretty cool during the All-Star. We have some clips of Luka here. Now, my name is Luka. Do you remember the song, My Name is Luka? My name is Luka. And?
I live on the second floor.
I guess you've seen me before. Suzanne Vega, big hit. Jerry, do you know that song? Jesus. All right, anyway, it was a big hit. Hold on, my phone's blowing up, ladies and gentlemen. People probably watching the show and it's a lot of my friends back home, and I'm not going to say it. Anyway, Trae Young earned $100. Okay, Luka Doncic. Look at Luka. Look at this shot he drains. Did you see that? How Alex's mouth agape. So he did it once, and then he does it again.
Almost hits the scoreboard.
Look at that. The arc on that, and here's a different angle. Watch this, Alex.
No, he calls bounce shot on this one.
Oh, this is the bounce one. Bounces it in. Look at this. In.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Look. I like the Mavericks because of Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is from, I'm not allowed to say the city. He's from the area, the vicinity. Oh, no, yeah, he's Upper State. He's USC. So anyway, I like Luka Doncic. I'm not a master. I root for, if not the Lakers, but that guy's awesome. I'd pay to see Luka. I've never seen him play live, but he hit 2 shots.
Those are amazing.
Two arcing shots and then the bounce shot. Pretty incredible. Do you remember the song, My Name is Luka? My name is Luka.
Chris Andrews is here, everybody.
What's that?
Chris Andrews is here, everybody.
I know. I was just
Director of the Sportsbook.
Thank you, Ryan. Chris Andrews is here. He stopped in for a second to thank Vicki for coming in. He always does that. And he's here also because there's a big article today that was unbelievable. I want to say that I was the first person to read it this morning on the group thread, by the way, because I was up early. No one else was up as early as me. I read it first.
Congratulations, Sleeping Beauty.
Thank you. The dogs woke me up. Anyway, Chris, great piece on the Washington Post.
It was nice, yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm sure you'll be tweeting it out at some point, or if you already tweeted
the hell out of it. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Unbelievable piece. This guy came and I actually met him. You guys were in the hot dog line together.
Yeah.
Getting $1.50 hot dog. Was his name Danny, was it?
Danny Fun. I'll tell you how he got a hold of me.
Yeah.
Because he read my first book.
There you go. Which I'm in the midst of reading.
Go out and buy it.
Yeah.
See what inspired him. So he contacted me. Yeah, I talked to Michael. I talked to Jimmy. I said, "You think this is okay to have the guy kind of just be a fly on the wall? From like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You think that's okay?" And he said, "Yeah, let's do it." Michael, he loves it. So yeah, we did it. And so he's in. I mean, he's a reporter.
Yeah.
And he's under no obligation to write anything but his vision of the truth.
Sure,
And I think it came out very positively.
Absolutely.
I had to correct him on one thing. I called him this morning. I said,
on the salary thing.
Yeah, I said I was making 45 a week. No, it's 45 a day.
Yeah, he said
bad enough,
It was a long time ago, but not that long time ago.
He laughed. He says, "Yeah, it wasn't the 1800s." Well, no. But anyway, I thought the article came out really good.
Yes.
I think it, a very honest piece on, things that go on. Here's some funny stuff like arguing about who had the best performance in Roman Holiday.
Yeah, that was, and the soups. You're going mushroom soup versus chicken noodle.
Yeah, he looked at it, he said, "Boy, soups are big in this joint."
Of course, we all know that chicken noodle is way better than mushroom soup, right?
But they have chicken noodle every day.
Okay.
So sometimes they like to change it up. Try the corn chowder when they have the corn chowder.
Oh, okay. By the way, and you had your Mean Joe Green shirt on, which made it.
Yeah.
That was planned.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I didn't.
No?
The plan was, I wear Steelers stuff every Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Yeah.
So 6 times, is when our team won it.
Yes, correct.
But I wear Steelers stuff. They've won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Let's honor. What I'm going to wear, a shirt?
Right.
Wear a Steelers shirt.
And while we have you here, Alex, he's wearing an Iowa State shirt. Do you want to run over your college picks real quick?
Sure.
Chris is here? All right, go for it.
I love Iowa State tonight. Taking the points.
9?
Getting 9 or 9.5 at some places.
What do we have it currently at, Ryan? We have 9.5 on the graphic.
9.
9. Okay, so it's 9.
Okay, so we'll take 9. I'm happy with that. Houston, I have them rated a little bit higher, but not 9 points high. I know with the home court.
Sure, it's in Houston.
But still, even like 5 points. So I'm happy taking this. I think that it's a lot of value there. And Iowa State has a great defense. I mean, two of the best defenses in the country between these two. It's going to be a great game. Iowa State beat them at home earlier this year. And in the last 10 games, really, Iowa State's offense has been on fire. They've only shot under 40% twice.
Wow.
Houston has shot under 40% 5 times, 40 or under. So I think they can hang in there. I think 9 is a good number to grab here.
Yeah. And then the other game that I'm looking at closely, it's Virginia at Va Tech, right? Now, Virginia's ranked 21st in the country. It's at Virginia Tech, but Virginia's getting points on the road, plus 3.5. I've been looking at the ACC scores closely because I'm rooting for the Panthers. They're a bubble team right now. They're on a hot streak. They just had a good road win. So they have to beat Wake Forest tomorrow on Tuesday. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But anyway, you like Virginia plus the points. And right now the line is, they're getting 3.5 points.
I like Virginia here too. Yeah. So like I said, I like the dogs in college basketball and I like the favorites in hockey tonight. But I think it's a good spot to grab the points with them as well. When they were at home hosting, they were a 4.5 point favorite. So, I mean, that's pretty much saying that these
went up there. 4.5.
4.5. So that's saying that these two are basically rated the same. And I just don't think that's right. Virginia is a lot better team, especially on the defensive side. And their offense has been a lot better as of late. And Virginia Tech, they're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5.
And rivalry games, too.
You want Virginia. You're hoping Virginia loses. Right?
Actually, no, I'm not, because I think the strength of schedule would help the Panthers because they beat Virginia. I'm rooting for them. Plus, I like getting the hook in a rivalry game, interstate, Virginia versus Virginia Tech. I could come down to 3 points. So I think getting the half point is big in that game. So I like that, too. Let's see. We have a couple more. What were the other posts? Where am I here? We got, where was I, Ryan? We showed Mahomes drinking beer.
Either the first pitches or the
President's Day. You want to do that? Sure. Well, we have Chris here too. So pitchers and catchers are in camp. Baseball season is afoot. Ryan and I are very excited. Chris also very excited. And it is President's Day. So I found a montage of presidents throwing out first pitches. First pitcher ever to throw out first president. Do you know who it is? I remember this from a kid because I had it in the book.
Boy, I had that in the book too. I think I don't know.
It's the heaviest president, I believe.
Taft. I was about to say Taft. Shit.
It was Taft. Taft was the first president to do it.
Oh, I said a bad word.
Did he? Oh.
What do I owe?
Swear jar. As long as you don't say the P word, it's okay. Apparently, that's the one for me. Go ahead and roll this. So here we go. Here's Reagan, Ronald Reagan I did this because it's Wrigley Field for Ryan. Look at him throwing a hummer.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Now, so look, he's ready to leave, but this was against the Pirates. And manager Jim Leland is like, oh, no, if there's a president close, I'm running out to me. Look, he runs out. Security doesn't stop Leland. Comes out and wants to say hi. Thought that was a classy move.
He had to put down the nail he was smoking in the...
He loved the heaters, right? Yeah, he loved to smoke in the dugout. The nail. I never heard nail.
Never heard that one?
No. But anyway, there's a lot of presidents have done that. By the way, Reagan was a play-by-play guy in baseball.
For the Cubs,
and
I believe.
The Cubs. That's what I was pretty sure. He did. Did you know that he did Cub games, Ryan? I know you're a big Chicago guy.
I did not know.
You know who else did one inning of play-by-play for Chicago Cubs?
You did?
This guy. So I was very lucky. Tribune Entertainment syndicated Street Smarts, the show I was doing. So I got to sing, and I have to find the tape. I got to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" for the 7th inning stretch.
Wow.
Which is a huge honor, right?
Sure.
They give you a hat that says 7th inning stretch, Cubs hat, 7th inning stretch. They're like, oh, yesterday we had Bernie Mac here, now we have you. So I do it.
Better than Ozzy Osbourne?
I don't know. Ozzy did a good routine.
I almost understood the word.
7. So I'll find the tape. I'll find it, but I got to do it. And then you get to go in and do a half inning of play-by-play on the radio. So they're asking me like questions. And then, I said, look, it was always a dream to be a play-by-play announcer. They said, well, take the rest of the, half inning. Next pitch, double play, inning over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, there's one pitch and your career's over. I was like, damn it.
Do you remember Harry Carey used to love to say people's name backwards?
No, backwards.
You don't remember that?
I remember him butchering names.
No, he would like Andre Dawson. He would come. He would Andre Dawson spelled backwards. And I mean, he used to do this, and this was towards the end of his career.
Right.
I remember one day we were in the office, watching a Cub game. He goes, Lee Mazzilli, spelled backwards, is Eel Ilizam. And I looked at the guy who was on, and we just started laughing, and we couldn't stop laughing. I mean, it was just one of those stupid things, Eel Ilizam, and I can remember it to this day. And we just...
do you know your name backwards?
No.
Redison Knarf. That would be my name backwards.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid, I did it. Never forgot it. There you go.
I don't
Alex
know.
White would be Itiwa XL. Allah. Ryan McCormick, I can't do it. It's too many letters. But anyway, yeah. So do we have the president's montage?
No.
No?
No, the one in your script was just that pitch.
There are many others you can see in this montage.
Yeah, and then you
I'm pretty sure I sent you the montage.
didn't. Okay.
Baby's affecting sleep.
Yep. Moving on.
Anyway, the presidents throw out the first pitch. A lot of great first pitches. Kennedy, everyone's done it. So baseball season is very close, and Ryan and I are very excited about this. Although the headline on I think it was ESPN today was the Cubs did nothing in the offseason. Well, thanks, Ryan, for the feedback.
Yeah. So we got some good baseball stuff coming up. We got Denny Nagel going to be co-hosting for a week.
Nagel's coming in about the second week of March, I think. He's coming in.
And Hembo said he wants to be on again. Hembo, big baseball man.
Hembo was so good on the show. And he's a
great.
big baseball nut.
Great.
He hit Matt and I with a trivia question we weren't prepared for. We should have known it.
And you guys put him on the spot, too. You were like, give us a trivia.
I know. Well, next time Matt and I will be ready. He gave us 2-time MVPs in the World Series, and it was Corey Seager, and who was the only other guy. We drew a blank, and he said he had a nickname, and then Mr. October. He didn't even. We knew Reggie. So yeah, baseball season, hockey season, everything's in full swing. What's going on?
Do you watch Get Up in the morning? I watch it most mornings. I watch, and his trivia questions are really good. Dan Graziano, is so unbelievable. And I always say there's two ways to be smart.
Yeah.
One is to know a lot of facts, and two is to be able to figure things out.
Yeah.
Graziano can do both.
Wow.
He knows a lot, and he'll say, well, I don't remember that, but maybe it's like, how does he do it? I'll text Hembo. How does Graziano come up with these things?
Well,
He's unbelievable.
The other guy that impresses me with baseball is it Jeff Passan? Jeff Passan, they show him the back of a baseball card. So he sees the teams and he sees the stats. Within 2 seconds, he'll tell you that player.
Really?
I
had him on my old radio show.
Yeah?
He was very good. Yeah.
Oh, my God. He can look at a card and go, hi, Daniel Vogelback. On base percentage, low average, Daniel Vogelback. He'll do 10 in a row.
Wow.
And not need more than 2 seconds. It's like the most impressive thing.
When as a kid, because you got to remember, at the time, the Steelers were a horrible team. Pirates were, good, bad,
But baseball was king back then.
Baseball was king. We had Clemente and Stargell.
Yeah,
it was easy to root for the Pirates. So I've kind of fallen out of baseball the last, probably since Sid Bream crossed home plate.
Yeah, trust me. Darkest day of my life.
Fallen short of following baseball the way I used to as a kid. But I used to love. I mean, I can answer a lot of the old baseball trivia questions, but even from the last 20, 25 years, no, not really.
I hear you. Of course, you're a baseball fan.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with Chris. I think
Sid Bream broke your heart too?
Yes. Yep.
You seem like you would have been a little young at that
She
point.
was very young to remember Sid Bream. Me and my buddy were in a living room with our World Series tickets in our hand. We were literally like a movie. We were clutching them. We're like, one more strike, one more out. And and then literally we just went like this with our tickets. A boof, and just dropped them. And then
there was about, I was in Reno, and there was about 6 of us from Pittsburgh, and we'd go and watch a lot of the games. And we watched that game, expecting, a coronation, really. And I just remember going out and laying on the hood of my car, like, you gotta be kidding. I mean, Chico Lean had one error like all year.
We're not going to digress into this. Can we throw up the Alex's play stat one more time? So we're going to go over this one more time. Alex, like you said, you like the Oilers. You like the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights game, we want to let you know that the puck drops soon. It drops at 1, right?
Yes, it does.
So you got 5 minutes. You got to get that one in. And Tampa Bay also. How's the action on these early games with President's Day, Chris?
Yeah.
Not bad. It's okay. We got Daytona coming up in 10 minutes too.
That was the other thing I was going to ask you about, but go ahead.
So Alex, she made me laugh thinking of an obscure thing. It's like the favorites in hockey, the dogs in basketball.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Owning Mahoney? Okay, that guy bet at the barber. They didn't have that in the movie. This was Philip Seymour Hoffman, Minnie Driver. Excellent movie about a degenerate gambler.
I always find those hard to watch.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
But Jimmy will tell you the story. He'd call up. It'd be like, post time. Just give me every dog in the American League and every favorite in the National. So Alex.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's what he would do. I don't have time to handicap. Just give me every one of them. Yeah. Or, give me every over in the American League, every under in the National League. Just go.
That's funny.
Saturday night, speaking of gambling movies, Saturday night, Joe D'Amico, who's been a frequent guest on this show, he got me a ticket to see Night Ranger at the Stratosphere, which I was very excited. And Stephen Piercy of Rat was the opening act. And we talked about the greatest gambling movies ever. We talked about The Gambler with James Caan.
That's a great one.
Which I just watched 2 weeks ago.
Which, in my book, we talk about the producer. They produced The Gambler.
Yep,
That's right.
exactly. And then they remade it with Mark Wahlberg. And it was terrible.
It's
terrible. But the greatest gambling movie, we both said it at the same time, is have you ever seen Let It Ride with Richard Dreyfuss?
Oh, God, yeah.
How good is that movie?
Oh.
Have you ever seen that, Ryan or Alex?
I don't think so.
It's hysterical.
Yeah.
They filmed it all at Santa Anita, I think.
I think it's Santa Anita, yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss, Let It Ride. It's about horses. It's one of the funniest movies.
I saw Richard Dreyfuss on a TV show one time, and he said, when guys come up and say they like me in this movie or that movie or that, he goes, you never know.
Jaws, sure.
Yeah, he goes, you never know. When somebody tells me they love me and Let It Ride, I know exactly who that person is. That's the guy that I would say. This is a quick story. When I was not well before my bone marrow transplant, I had to go into the hospital for a weekend, and my wife, I couldn't even drive. My wife says, "You got to stop off at this one place. I've got a phone account." She goes, "You're what?
You're what?"
I said, "Well, I got my horse phone account here."
Okay.
What do you? I said, do you know who you're married to? Yeah, I'm going to be betting the horses. I'm in the hospital all weekend. I'm going to be betting the horses. All right, just drop me off.
The phone account. We used to do that back home, and you watch the OTB, and you watch, and you could bet horses. Before my dad passed away, we would just sit there and bet horses all day. That was the best.
I got another quick one.
Yeah, go.
A good friend of mine, one of my very best friends. He'll do the same thing. He goes, I don't have time to look at the form. I just bet the 2 horse in every single race. And the other day, he calls me, I hit a $63 horse.
There you go. I used to bet 412 would be the box I would do.
Yeah.
Being the area code of a certain city. I'm not going to say again. Alex, are you going to go check out the Daytona party upstairs afterwards?
I think so, because I have a break until Sports by the Book at 3.
So there's a Daytona thing going on
party
upstairs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alex is saying, well, maybe Alex knows something up there. I don't know. I'm not allowed upstairs.
Maybe Alex has a suite where we're not invited to go yet. I don't know what happened.
There's a party going on. Anyway, thank you to all our live commenters. You guys are the best. That's going to be your assignment tonight. Movie Monday. Go watch Let It Ride with Richard Dreyfuss. I don't know what streaming service it's on.
Owning Mahoney. Excellent. His real name was Maloney, but they changed it. But it's Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, he could be in anything, and it's great. I'm going to give you another great gambling movie, Hard 8.
Well, we've talked about this.
Great movie.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Hard 8 is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie he made before Boogie Nights.
Yeah. Philip Baker Hall. Philip Seymour Hoffman. John C. Reilly is one of the stars. Him and Philip Baker Hall.
Gwyneth Paltrow, I think?
Gwyneth Paltrow before she was anything.
Yeah.
But Philip Seymour Hoffman has like a very small part, plays like a jerk at the crap table, which we've run into occasionally. And he's great. I mean, it's a short thing, and he's great in it. He's great in it.
He's great in everything. That's
he's fantastic.
Terrible loss.
I know. 10 years since he's gone.
Yeah, it's been a long
horrible.
time. And then you ever seen The Cooler with William H. Macy and Baldwin?
Gosh.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
I got
too.
some catching up
These
to
are
do.
gambling. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to make a list. Chris and I will both tweet it out of gambling movies you need to watch. There's about 5.
There's some I refuse to watch because they're so phony I can't watch them.
You know which one I was really disappointed was the Matthew McConaughey Pacino movie. What was that?
Put that on the list. Excuse me, I watched enough of that.
Yeah, that one's no good. Yeah. But we're going to put it out today. Chris and I will compile a list. Let It Ride is on Prime Video for $3.99. So bet a horse, win $4, watch Let It Ride, or do it the other way around. It's a really good movie. Alex, any closing thoughts on today's show?
No, just again, great article. And
tremendous.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can check it out on the Washington Post. I think you can get past the firewall by just
it's on the Drudge Report, too. You might be able to find it there.
My buddy Noah sent it to me on the Drudge Report, so you can read it there for free. And it's an outstanding article. It's a long one. It's a great read. The guy did a thorough job. And what a great piece. I'll retweet it, too.
Yeah, he was good.
My special thanks to Vicki Barbolak for coming in. Her and her husband both. Outstanding job. You can see her, Jimmy Kimmel Club, Tuesday nights, every Tuesday at 7, white trash trailer comedy, whatever. It sounds hysterical. Your shirt is sparkling like the buffet here and at the Rampart, as our friend Dwayne
we're all in
it
gray
sparkles.
Today. Yeah.
We're wearing gray. Well, that's green, I think. Oh, by the way, should we point out that no, we don't want to point it out? Okay. We have very similar shirts on, let's say. Or the exact same one. Jerry, I don't know if I have my wallet. I have my wallet with me. Andrew, Drew Dog, and Ryan McCormick. Ryan, final thoughts on today's show.
We had a live comment that they read the article on the Washington Post and they realized that they had heard the story on Punchlines. So Punchlines scooped the Washington Post.
On which story?
The article, Chris's article.
Really? It was on at 6 a.m.? Punchlines?
No, it's saying.
Okay.
Oh. they had heard already. A story you had told before. Well, we try to get things fresh here on the show. Yeah. Very nice. Make sure you read that article. And don't forget, on Amazon, you can get, Chris has 3 books on there. Then One Day, which I'm almost done because Alex keeps saying, like, can I have that book? Can I borrow the book? Can I borrow the book? I'll get it to you, I swear.
You need the book? I'll get you the book.
Oh, well, there
we go.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Mine is personalized, so I don't want you to lose it.
Because she would never get that from me. The hell with her.
I don't know if you have the connections. I'll talk to Chris and see what I can do for you.
Thanks,
we'll
Frank.
see you tomorrow on Punchlines. Thanks for watching Lines live in Nevada, every show.